I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello and welcome back to How to Paint Watercolours with me, Colin. And I'm trying a new paper today. This is just £90 from Winsor & Newton. I don't normally use this lighter paper. And I'm just doing what I normally do, which is I've stretched the paper, water back and front, and this is an egret in a river, and I'm just removing the excess water, drying up around the edges, hopefully to stop run backs, leaving a very thin film of water on the paper. This is Indian yellow. There's no sky in this one, it's all going to be water. This is cadmium red plus Indian yellow, making it a reddy orange. A little bit down here. Straightforward cadmium red. Taking it right to the edge, don't worry about it. This is Cad Red Deep. Stick this in as well. The board is laying flat and it's in the portrait position. Don't be frightened of putting a good strength of colour on. As I've said before, this will fade. And into this we have some violet with a touch of burnt umber, bringing it in from the edge of the painting. I think we'll move to a bigger brush. That's better. This is violet, ultramarine and burnt umber. It's a little darker. Once again, violet and French ultramarine, but mixed to the blue side. Just going to streak this in using a smaller round brush. Just to mimic some ripples. These will all soften out. Just want to strengthen up the Indian yellow. Pull this in as well. Back to my large flat brush and run it along the edge, just touch it to the side of the paper, run it along the edge, just removing any excess paint off the sides. Now we're going to leave that to dry and all soften off. Okay, welcome back. The paper's dry. I've just clipped it. It still has a cool feeling to it, which tells me that it's still damp, but it's dried out enough so we can put the ripples in. And I'm using a small flat brush for this. Now this will take some time. This is violet and burnt umber. As you can see, this is going to be a bit of a tedious job. Just leave the light patch in the middle with just a little less of it on. Okay, like I said, I've just done a few, but I want you to come down the picture, just creating the ripples as you go. Not so many in the centre. Add the ripples in with the flat brush all the way down the page, and then we'll darken some areas up with a different colour, bringing this all the way down the page. As you can see, I'm just coming down and finishing the bottom of the page. This is the first of the 3 colours we'll be using on the ripples. Okay, now the first colour's dry, we'll move on to the second colour, which is French ultramarine and violet. And we're going to bring this in from the edge inwards. I've moved to a bigger flat brush. Coming down the page once again. Being careful to keep the centre light, allowing some of the other colour to show through. Once you've got all that in, this is the cadmium red and the Indian yellow. I'm just going to bring some stronger reds in. Just to strengthen up the water area. Indian yellow. Just bring the centre glow out a bit, make this a bit deeper. And as it hits the damp cadmium red and Indian yellow, which makes the sort of a red orange, it will bleed together again. This is a violet burnt umber, and I've just added some French ultramarine and sepia to that, and we're just going to start to darken 1 or 2 areas to really bring contrast out into some of these areas to make them stand out. Just moving on to a rigger brush. That's why we pull some darks into here. And I think we'll stop that there. Now I have to leave this to completely dry. Okay, now your ripples are dry. I'm just going to give this a quick wash of cobalt blue. So just paint your bird in with just a very, very light coat of cobalt blue. Then with your French ultramarine and sepia, we can drop the legs in with this EGRET. Now I'm just going to shade parts of this bird in, under where the wing comes round. Just a little down this side, some in the wing where the feathers are. Making it really dark in some of the areas. Soften that off some of these edges. Quick re-wetting of this rock. dark mixture once again, French ultramarine and sepia. And I'm just going to allow this to pour down the rock, just bringing it into the legs. Just darkening it under there. It'll be a little darker where the bill is. Just move some paint out of the way on the top, just by dragging the brush down. Strengthen it up at the bottom. Just bring the reflection in. Just allowing it to drift through the water, just keep feeding it in. This is another one that doesn't have to be accurate. Soften this around the edges. Then with some white gouache, I just want to add just a little bit of sparkle. Just a little bit of sparkle in areas down here, just to help brighten it. Just check back that you're not going overboard. The area where his eye is going to be. Put my hairs together. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please click the like button and leave a comment. All subscribers are welcome. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. As I always say, subscription is free. So I'm going to darken it a bit there. Now you get round to the best bit. This is where you get to sign it, put a mat around it and frame it. And if you'd like to see some other videos that I have made for YouTube, I will leave a link in the description box, and if you click on it, it will take you straight there. So, once again, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.